Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Pokemon Duel. Today is a brand new banner and we have not a lot of figures added in terms of EX UX. We have Solgaleo and we also have Tapu Lele. So we're going to be getting into all about them, the new plate that we've got and how they might shake things up for potential gyms in the future and leagues. Let's get into it. So first off, let's talk about this interesting plate. Poison Blade costs 1 and you can select one of your steel type Pokemon on the field. While that Pokemon is on the field, the white attacks of that Pokemon gain, the battle opponent becomes poisoned. So Solgaleo has 2 white attacks and in combination with Poison Blade, that could be quite a nice addition to inflict upon people, especially since it's got 100 attack, therefore you might get some of those neutral turns and hit poison, and then you know Gengar is going to be quite deadly in terms of getting the jump over, and also in poison decks that could be quite deadly. Next up we have new figures available in quadruples and 10 boxes, 10 packs to guarantee a drop of at least one EX UX figure, as well as exclusive loyalty which contains everything. In quadruples we have 2 new EX figures in the form of Solgaleo and Tapu Lele. Solgaleo boasts a pretty strong attack of Sunsteel Strike at 100, moving the battle opponent from the PC to the PC. The battle opponent is not knocked out, which means the likes of Magikarp are not going to get an evolution if you hit Sunsteel Strike against them. Next up we've got Flare Blitz at 120. If this Pokemon is knocked out, the battle opponent becomes burned. So quite a nice cover, but the problem is, my problem with that and that on Blaziken is that it's going to be difficult to knock this guy out with 120 attack, 130 with the evolve as well. So the battle opponent of this Pokemon cannot move by effects other than the attacks of this Pokemon until the end of the battle. So it's moving to the PC isn't affected, but the likes of Stealth Hit, Shuttle Flip, Teleport, Fly Away, they're not going to be effective if hit against Solgaleo. Also, if this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition, markers from the attacks of battle opponent cannot attach to the Pokemon. With attacks like, if you knock them out and you get burnt yourself, Solgaleo is not going to be vulnerable to that, which is very, very important given that he has 2 discs of Sunsteel Strike, Flare Blitz, and he's hugely vulnerable to any status effects with the likes of, Confuse Ray would be killer for Solgaleo, and so this is a really important ability for him to have to give him a good EX status. Next up we have Tapu Lele. Just like Tapu Koko, its ability is only viable when you are attacking. It does not get plus 30 like Tapu Koko to psychic types, which I'm kind of happy about because there's a lot of psychic figures which would be killer with plus 30. We have instead plus 1 star whilst this Pokemon is on the field for your psychic type Pokemon. So Deoxys is going to get a big dimensional slip, which isn't really going to help it, so 4 star on it when attacking. You're also going to see attacks like Lugia getting 5 star on Cyclone, is it? That could be killer. That's going to knock a lot of people out. And in combination, Tapu Lele is going to work quite nicely with figures advancing on gold type figures like Zapdos. Ugh, no, you can't have an indirect nerf on Zapdos. The gold attacks of Pokemon within 2 steps of this Pokemon become white attacks. This also affects your own Pokemon, so be wary of that. But this could be a really nice figure to have to counteract those yellow discs, which are dominating a lot at the moment, definitely in my deck. We have a nice Moonblast at 99, so instead of that plus 30 buff, it just adds that 30 already, and it has that defensive 99, which Tapu Koko doesn't have. You've also got Psyshock at 2 star, 3 stars on the attack. If the battle opponent is affected by a special condition or has weight, the battle opponent is knocked out, which is quite good, and the battle opponent also gains weight, so you could double hit Psyshock, one go, and you're gonna knock them out. Akala Wish is similar in that you exclude this Pokemon from the duel, but if you do your used plates all return to their unused state. interesting. Potentially you're going to have that same kind of impact of somebody attacks you, you hit Akala Wish, you're in a position where you can hurdle jump onto their goal, but they don't think you're going to do it because you don't have the plate available, but then all of a sudden you do, and you can use it on the next turn. So we might see it being useful in that aspect. If you're going to be going for the Solgaleo Evolve, it's going to be an interesting one to try and do. Cosmoem is an interesting Pokemon. This Pokemon cannot be surrounded by your opponent's Pokemon, much like Ghastly. If this Pokemon surrounds an opponent's Pokemon, the Pokemon may evolve. So you can get the evolution in Solgaleo via doing that. Also, this is a really interesting ability. While this Pokemon is on the field, effects of energy plates are negated. So good in your deck if you're going against a Cosmo energy deck, and it's going to stop that. We don't see a ton of energy plates. Steel energy though might be good in future gyms. It will negate those effects, but potentially you're going to be going for that evolve into Solgaleo as soon as possible anyway, so you would lose it. We have a strong mighty splash at 10, but then its real strengths are in this cosmic power. While this Pokemon is on the field, this Pokemon gains +1 star. The effect is not cumulative, so its teleport becomes 4, and teleport moves this Pokemon 2 away. At 1 MP though, I think it's going to be a really difficult Pokemon to evolve compared to other forms. Other evolves, I'm not too excited for that. I don't think it's going to be a hugely viable aspect. Now, when we talk about Cosmog as well, we've got this. If you're going for that Cosmog into Cosmoem, this Pokemon cannot surround the opponent's Pokemon and cannot be surrounded itself, much like Ghastly. It can also move through other Pokemon when making an MP move. So it's not Ghost form, but gaseous form allows it to pass through Pokemon. It's got Nebby's power, which is a new thing we've never heard of. You may move one of your Solgaleo or Lunala next to this Pokemon. If you do, this Pokemon evolves. If it cannot evolve, this Pokemon is knocked out. That's a real dodgy ability. It's not really going to be helpful. Splash at 1, the first 1 damage move I think we've ever seen. It's just, I don't think the Cosmoem Solgaleo Evolve is gonna be viable. Finally, we have Espeon in the deck ability available for us. This Pokemon gains +1 star just off the cuff, behavioral prediction, and it has Magic Coat as its 3-star, going to 4-star purple attack. If the battle opponent uses an attack that attaches a marker or causes a special condition, that effect will be caused on the opponent itself instead. That's kind of cool, very interesting. We have Psybeam as a cover of the 40. If this Pokemon is knocked out, the battle opponent becomes confused. Quite a nice ability to inflict, definitely on your Solgaleo, but you're not going to get that infliction, being that its ability, yeah, it's just going to be very hard to affect him. But quite a nice cover, big dodge, just your standard evolution form really. Just the psychic variant. We've also got Igglybuff and Oricorio to talk about. Igglybuff obviously evolves into Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. Nice Sing and Pound. Nothing special, uncommon. Abilities: if a Pokemon finishes an MP move next to this Pokemon moves 1 space away. So potentially you could use that tactically in uncommon or lower tournaments. Then we have Oricorio Pow Style. I don't know how that's pronounced, but when this Pokemon is on the field, your psychic Pokemon deal +1 damage for each psychic type on the field, just like Oricorio Pom Pom Style. Air Cut at 50, alluring down to the battle opponent and opposing Pokemon adjacent to it become confused. That's quite effective, you know, in the fact that it's adjacent to it as well, but it could affect your own Pokemon. Roost, this Pokemon recovers from all status effects. In exchange, it must then gain weight 3. A good addition if you're going for that. If there's +1, 3, 4, make a big difference within your deck. I really enjoy playing with Oricorio Pom Pom Style. In Psychic decks, this might be viable. So, without further ado, let's get into some deck pulls. Let's see what we can get. I think Mewtwo has finally got a change, a buff to make it effective. Psychic Shove I do really like because it's one of the few moves other than like Blaziken Jet Kick that can protect your goal. If somebody has your goal, 2 people on either side, you come out, Psychic Shove, push them all to the side and you've defended your goal. There's not a lot of Pokemon that can do that. We have Annihilate, this Pokemon moves 2 steps away, and Psycho Cut, just like Malamar, making it an effective EX figure finally. Gardevoir obviously gets a change to the Super Saiyan Moonblast, and Warpole remains the same. Metagross is going to be a beastly 1 MP Pokemon, with now it's got 100, and you know that 90 was always a bit of a you wanted it to hit that, but now with the 100 I think it's going to be a lot more effective. My problem with Metagross though is that you have to if you put up in the chain level, you can't just put it into 100 and they both go to 101. You've got to put one on each side, and it can be a bit frustrating. 26 boosters we have, and 1 quadruple. I don't think I'm going to invest a lot of money in this banner. I'm not too excited about it. I don't think it's going to be deck changing. With my current deck, it's a pretty sweet deck. Gems, obviously we've got the gem bonuses, which are fairly okay. I mean, they're better than they have been, and I don't like this 100% kind of goes on the first one, but not on the last ones. I think it should be 100% for all of them. That would be exciting. I think that would entice a lot more people to spend gems at the higher level. We could spend, you could spend £20 and be able to pay for a guaranteed 10-pack. But yeah, I've kind of made an agreement with myself this week, because I spent a lot last week to get the exclusive banner, exclusive loyalty bonus. I'm not going to. Hopefully we can get some good pulls with the 26 booster tickets that we have. And if all else fails, we do have the cover of being able to buy material if they do turn out to be good figures that I'm going to need going forward. I've been a bit undecided about what the next gym is, because we've got Steel Psychic types, which would suggest it's a Steel Psychic gym. Now, Psychics, there's no weakness, but Psychic is not very effective against Steel. So in that sense, it would be a weakness, and so you would have weakness would be Psychic. Steel would be 3 MP. Psychic would be plus 20. Deoxys figures with plus 20. Please no. Solosis. Boom. No. Right, let's get some good pulls. Let's hoping for at least 1 EX figure. I think that would be fair. An EX figure would be quite good, because I need 2 out of the 3. Venusaur and Beedrill. Beedrill has had a buff as well. Cottony. Don't want any uncommons. At least give me Espeon. At very least, I want Espeon. Because it is the final figure. Yeah, the final evolution. We've got. Yeah, it's the only one we haven't got. Yes, we got yellow. We got yellow going into it. It's going to be that rare. It's going to be Wigglytuff. I saw that ear and I thought, maybe it's Espeon. No, we have similar ears, slightly. Come on, right? Let's get this one. I've got a good feel about this one. This one's going to be a good pull. Once it finally loads. I heard with the new exclusive loyalty bonuses though, if you do make the purchases now, it's rare. Sylveon. If you do make them, you can get 3 EX cubes, which is really cool, and a lot of gold. People have been excited about getting gold, but I think they changed the formulation for how gold was given out, and how much it costs when you put it into figures. Get a lot of rares potential. Just ton of rares. Oh boom! Gardevoir! Nice! EX pull. Gardevoir, my friend. Gardevoir was the first Pokemon I ever pulled. And although I'm not that hyped about getting it in terms of it's not going to be hugely effective, I do love it. Look at that cool rainbow ball. Totally love it. That was cool. That was a fake rare, wasn't it? It's a fake rare. They're always good, always welcome. Yeah, they changed the rates for the gold anyway, so I've always had. Some people have been like, "Oh, I'm struggling for gold." I've never struggled for it, but maybe if I transferred all my figures out, I'd probably run out of gold. I don't know. Coins. Gatita. So 1EX, I've done what I was hoping for. Now we've got 20, technically free tickets, free reign to pull anything else. It would have been nice to have one of the new figures, but I just don't think they're massively. Tapu Lele is going to be a really good figure because it's going to be a huge runner in terms of it's going to be really hard to knock out. So if you put a cube into it, put 2 cubes into it, give it 101, it could really compete. Haunter. Don't know if that's a Haunter. Oh shit. Haunter. Something like that, is it? Yeah. Let's think back to that ghost episode when we first met. When Ash met Haunter, and Haunter was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna help you take down Abracadabra." Oh, wheezing. Sorry, not Abracadabra. Abracadabra. Alakazam. And then it just completely bailed at him. It was like, oh, he's well going to take it. Ghost types own against psychic types. And then Haunter was like, nah. I just want to play games. I don't want to battle Pokemon. $16 left. 16 left. Yeah, God of War, Warpole. Oh, we got gold. Be a faker. Routes sucks. Routes, I mean, obviously, Routes has Imprison. I'm just thinking, Curly has always been a viable evolve. Could God of War have a little bit more strength going in with the evolve? Obviously it would, but Warpole at 3 stars, 110, 80. Did I say Psychic is vulnerable, therefore he gets the plus 20, so you'd have 100 and 130, which would be quite nice if you got the plus 20. 13. Unlucky for some, not for me, because 13 left and I'm about to get Rainbow. So I've got enough for a quad. It's kind of a shame I'm not going to be able to buy at least one guaranteed. New Igglybuff, boom. New figure. You suck, Igglybuff. But welcome to the team. I mean, Igglybuff could get the evolve into Wigglytuff. Eventually, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is a great figure though. Pound is amazing. I remember in the fairy, it wasn't the fairy gym, but where they got plus 20. They were insane. Come on, gold. So what, 4 rares I think already? It hasn't been too bad. 4 rares and an EX. You can't be complaining. Cottony. Oh yeah, by the way, I did want to mention, there's a lot of you guys are actually putting your content up now on YouTube, which is really nice to see, because it's nice to see what you guys are getting. So I'm going to post a link below for TJ's channel. He is the guy who runs the Discord for me, and also K-Dub has just started uploading content. You should check him out. He's a really good fit player. Always does really well in gyms. He's got a fair few consecutive streaks, so be sure to check them out. Like I say, link below in the description. We have a gold going into a Ghastly, which is Ghastly because it's not going to help me. 8 to go. 12 in total with our quad. Quad gives us a guaranteed rare, but that's not great odds. I feel like the thing is, the last booster openings I did, I feel like I lucked out a lot. Getting Tapu Koko, if I didn't pull him, my deck would not have been the same. I felt like this month's rating, I got into the top 1,000 and it felt easy. Like, it just felt really comfortable. I probably could have pushed into the top 100, but I've been doing a lot of other things. Playing a lot of other things. I've just got Fortnite Battle Royale. Ooh, come on. It's a lot of rares. You hate when you get, but yeah, we pulled Espeon. Boom. At least we got Espeon into the crew. Yeah, start playing that. I can't stream it yet though because it doesn't like it. OBS recording at the same time as playing it affects the frame rate. Now you can do it through my graphics card because I've got a really good graphics card through Nvidia. They have their own little thing that doesn't affect your FPS, but they haven't got it supported yet. So I was hoping to do some streaming because it's such a fun game. Another Espeon. Four left and one quad. Come on. And a rainbow. We'll open that rainbow at the end as well. Probably cost about 5 gems. Wheezing. 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 I wonder who makes up the sounds for, like, who is the guy who actively went, right, your job, John, your job is to, for each Pokemon that comes out, we'll give it the name, but you've got to come up with how it sounds. What a job that is. Wheezing. He nailed Wheezing, to be fair. Cottony would be something like Fluffy, and I haven't actually heard Cottony before. I've got to do an impression for the next six ones. If it's a figure that I don't know the sound of, I'm not going to do that. Which basically means it needs to be in the 151 Pokemon. Alright, Bronzo. No idea. Probably something like Magnemite. Steely. Sharp. Last booster. Last time we got UX Charizard. Not last time, last time. No. Wheezing! We've got another Wheezing. Got like 50 Wheezings. Right. Quad, guaranteed at least one rare. Come on. Give us Tapu Lele. I'm gonna need some help going into the next gym, and I think that will be some. The thing is with Steel types. Steel types at 3 MP, is it? Psychic is not very effective against Steel, so Steel would have the 3 MP. Cobalion. Terrakion. Well, right, we got gold. No, it's a rare, which means that could be our rare guaranteed, and it's a Wigglytuff. That's not good. That is not what you want to see when opening a quad. Your first one is gold rare. Oh, Wigglytuff. Wiggly. Wigglybuff. Don't actually know the sound of Wigglybuff. Right, no, we're good. We've got a chance. No, it's rare. It's Crobat. Right, this has been a bad banner for us, but we have pulled. Oh, one we've pulled Gadwa, at least. It was nice to see Gadwa back. We also have got 4,000 material, which means if in the gym cup, these actually have a gym cup, I can buy Tapu Lele if I really want to. but I'm not too. I don't think it's a massive game changer that I want to bring Tapu Lele onto the team. I'm not that hyped to get about Solgaleo as well. We do have the plate that I'm tempted to buy, the poison plate for steel types. That may be useful in the future. So let's bring some EX to the power from the rainbow. No, we're just getting Flareon. Drowsy. Can't remember. Right, so it's not been great, but to be honest, I think even if I'd have got some new figures, I would still be playing in the league like this. I'm loving this deck. It's just great. Whilst I could sub one figure in, I think, you know, I do like my 3MP. 2 3MPs is how I run a deck. Mainly, that's what I'm used to playing with. And I think if I did sub anybody, it'd probably be like Sceptile for Jolteon. But I wouldn't want to do it. It's tough, but I'm just having such good success with this deck, and I'm going to be going for 3,500 rating. So be sure to look out for that. I'll be recording it now. Probably going to play some games today. So look out for that in the future. Let me know what you guys have pulled. Have you had any better luck than I have? 1EX, to be honest, I'm not too dismayed by that because I didn't have a huge amount of boosters. Would have liked something from the quad, but I got my Espeon as well. And I got an EX. You can't hate on it without spending any money. Let me know what you guys pulled down in the comments section below. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you have, hit the like button and hit subscribe to keep up to date with future information. That's all from me. See you soon.